Hi, I'm Patrick with Just Got Played. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not at the Cloak and Blaster this evening in Orlando, Florida. COVID-19 has caused me to be self-isolated, so I'm in my home library and I just got done playing Science or Die, or something else. The publisher might decide to change the name. Join me for Science or Die. It should change it to something cooler, like Patrick Saves the World, or possibly No Syphilis for You. Those sound like good names. In Science or Die, we're all scientists and we're trying to thwart the plans of some malevolent evildoer with a submolecular 3D printer that's building diseases. We're trying to build cures for them at the same time. This game, essentially, it's a draw a card, play a card. Now there's lots of rule breaking aspects to it. It is a game that has individual player powers, and we have 3 different labs. We're playing design cards into those labs to try to accomplish the goal of the design and the lab. There's also things that get introduced during the game, like mutations. Mutation makes it more difficult for the lab's goal to be achieved. Once you set out a certain amount of design cards, it gets verified. You have to build that construct. Those design cards are made up of little blocks and squares and circles and whatever, and they correspond to the blocks that you get with a game. 36 different colored sizes and shaped blocks, and then you have to build the construct. Now, sometimes they're better on paper than they are in real life, and the construct isn't built very well. Sometimes it's a little easier than it is, but that's essentially the course of the game. Once you get your build done, you actually get points. You get knowledge points and you get microscopes. Those knowledge points and microscopes are used to buy the next step of your puzzle building, which are these master cure tiles. And the master cure tiles are arranged in a certain way during the course of the game to capture insight. Insights are little buggies or DNA strands or something nasty looking. You capture them in a certain colored area. The number of those you have, you move up your insight track. The insight track is not only victory points. For example, a 1-player game, you need 6, and a 2-player game, I believe you need 8. But also, they trigger some extra special abilities on your special ability cards. Your special ability cards also have a workshop that's very similar to a lab. It works the exact same way. You put design cards on there. When you decide to cash them in, you get the amount of design, you get the reward points. Fortunately, you never get any knowledge. You only get microscopes from your workshop. But you spend those on tiles. The tiles you assemble in a certain way. You gain insights. The insights are victory points. That's it. That's the course of the game. Now I'm going to go right into what I love most about it. This game is an easy to learn, fast-paced strategy game that has some dexterity elements. It almost transcends that party game where everyone's laughing and giggling and stepping on each other's toes by putting design cards in the wrong lab. Oh no, I didn't want that to go there. Too late, I've already set it there. And people are trying to build these constructs, and there's event cards that go off during the course of the game, and some of them may require you to pick up a piece and then drop it onto your construct, and all those event cards eat up time, and your time's clicking down. You only have 15 minutes to finish the game, and you've got to get enough insight. It's a fantastic game that kind of transcends several different genres. They did a fantastic job of that. It is riveting and innovative, and you're never bored, not for a second. If there's one thing I like the least about the game is, gosh, it's hard. It's difficult. It's got these tiles that'll change the lab, so it's not replayability. There's lots of replayability. I guess if I have to pick the thing that I like the least is, when you think you've mastered a design, you might get frustrated when it's not possible to build it in the real world because you're just happy your lines line up. on your cards, when you place these design cards down, the lines have to line up on them. So if there's one that's got 2 outputs or 3 outputs, they can't be played on a card that's only got 1. You've got to play a card on it that's got 3 outputs. So you're just so happy that you've got your design and your goal built that you didn't really necessarily think about the build process. So that could possibly be my weakest point of the game, is you may get frustrated doing that, but that's the whole game. Not a lot to say negative about the game. I really do love it. It's a Gray Fox game, so I'm sure the components are going to be great as well. I'm Patrick. This is Just Got Played at the home office. I hope everyone's feeling great, and I hope you guys decide to pick up this game and give it a play and maybe design some cures of your own. Thank you for watching Just Got Played.